In today's video, I'm talking about 5 common mistakes DJs make so that you can avoid them when getting booked for gigs, maximizing your chances to getting rebooked and building good relationships with venues along the way. Launching straight into it then, the first thing that you want to avoid doing is bringing your entourage along with you to gigs. Now I get it, okay? DJing is seen as a pretty cool job and there are a number of perks, I guess, that people think that comes attached to that, whether that be free guest list, free drinks, free VIP booths, all the rest of it. However, that really is not the case. And if you rock up to a brand new venue with 5 or 6 people or half your phone book, whatever it is, it's not going to go down too well with the management. Now, by all means, there might be an opportunity for you to bring some people along. Some clubs might even say, look, here's some guest list, invite some people. But you shouldn't do it unless you have the permission of the manager or of the promoter running the night in that venue. Mistake number 2 then is turning up drunk to DJ gigs or getting drunk while you're in the DJ booth. Now, this is a bit of a grey area because we work in an industry where it's almost seemed acceptable to drink, okay? There are temptations all around you, but if you want to retain a professional image, you're trying to build a good relationship with the bar or club that you're working in, then it is best to know what your limit is and draw a line under it, okay? If you're offered a beer, by all means take it, but know where the line is, because there is a fine line between being professional and then being out of control. Now, that being said, there have been nights where I've had a few too many in the DJ booth, but I would say that is 5% of all of my gigs in total. And in those situations, I have known the manager or the person that's booked me for a considerable amount of time. They have almost given me permission to, and it's been on like a special occasion like New Year's Eve. However, I'm never in a situation whereby I've had so much that I don't know what I'm doing and I can't work, and neither should you. But if you're trying to build that relationship in a new venue, you're getting to know the management team, it is best to stay sober. All right, so mistake number 3 is not having enough music for your set. This sounds ridiculous, but I've seen it happen so many times, whereby there has been a warm-up DJ, as an example. The DJ that's on after them is running 10 to 15 minutes late, and they've got their hour's worth of music that they've prepared for, but they don't have any more than that, so they have to then repeat songs, which is absolutely nuts. So rule of thumb is have your set's worth of music and half again more, and try and mix up the genres a little bit. If you're a house DJ, have all types of house music on your USB, because if the crowd don't like what you've planned, then you have something else to go to as a fallback plan. But bring enough music to cover your set. If you're a DJ like me that plays off a laptop because I play all night, then that's absolutely fine. But if you're planning for a specific set, make sure that you've got more than enough music for your night. Point number 4 then, and that is, if you're finding this information useful, then please hit that subscribe button down below. It will do me a massive favor and it will ensure that you get booked as a DJ going forward. But honestly, seriously, jokes aside, point number 4 is not reading a crowd, okay? This is the absolute bread and butter of DJing. So many DJs that I speak to these days, especially up and coming DJs, want to impress with their 4-deck mixing, dropping acapellas over instrumentals and, you know, hot cues and loops and samples and all the rest of it, which is all fantastic, okay? I'm not knocking creativity, but if you cannot read a crowd, if you cannot play the right song for the right moment in time and generate that atmosphere, you looking down at your 4 decks all night being technical, you're not going to have much of a crowd left to play to. And the truth of the matter is 95% of your crowd, unless they are a crowd of DJs and other technical people, they do not care what you are doing in the DJ booth on your 4 decks because they don't understand it, okay? It's only other DJs that are impressed by technical skills. I'm not saying don't be technical, I'm not saying don't be creative, But in terms of order of priority, reading a crowd is much higher than technical ability. So focus on reading the crowd. Do not get caught up on the technical side of things too much. And fifth and final point is turning up late to gigs. Be punctual, okay? The club cannot operate without its DJ in place. You know, it's not like the bar staff, it's not like the door staff where if you're 5 minutes late, then, you know, someone else can cover for you. With the DJ, there is usually only one of you, so you need to make sure that you arrive on time, ready to go. And if you're DJing after someone, you know, get to know the vibe of the venue before your set. Get to know what's in the DJ booth. What does the club sound like? What are the crowd like? Do turn up on time. It's very, very important. If you like the video, please do give me a little thumbs up and I will see you in the next one.